find my other half. But is it a he or a she?
Is it Daddy?
He went away.
Or Mother?
Ooh, I was simply afraid to go back to bed. What does this person look like?
Identical to me.
Or somehow complimentary?
Does my other half have what I don't?
Did he get the looks, the luck, the love?
Were we really separated forcibly, or did he just run off with the good stuff?
Or did I?
Will this person embarrass me? And what about sex? Is that how we shove ourselves back together again?
Is that what Daddy was trying to do?
Or can two people actually become one again?
And if we're driving on the Autobahn when it happens, can we still use the diamond lane? Practical questions of wholeness. Completion. Think of it. I thought of it. I thought of the power. The gods were terrified. Magnifying side. Very funny, Yitzhak. Very passive-aggressive. Look, Yitzhak, immigration. If you behave, I might let you shave my back. That would be all. How's my hair?
Woo!
Thank you. Is there any trouble in the Bouffant region? It's crispy. That's because the outfit at Ultrahold protects me when I hit the stratosphere with my high notes. I want you to be serious. Just the other day I was telling Yitzhak how nervous I was about tonight. Would I still be able to fit into that old Sergio Valenti? There was no time to diet, so I had my heart removed. Suddenly I was a perfect size 6.
Just a string.
Let's walk it up and damn not mo. Sorry you had to see that, ladies and gentlemen. When I met him, he said he wanted to be a model. A foot model, maybe. Well, anyway, let's get back to what you really came here to do. Yes. Did somebody call my name? I thought I heard somebody
Bitch.
Well, what about me? Without me, he would have never swooped at an oncoming show bus and got all the attention! Short bus. That'd make a great title for a film. Well, anyway, let me take a moment here. Against the advice of my lawyers. I had just wrapped up a late-night engagement near the shipyard at Hunters Point. I was standing there on 3rd Street, ready to embark upon the T-line, when a limo pulled up. Ooh, yum. Naturally, I stepped into it, naturally mistaking it for my own. I can smell your thought from here. And it stinks. Take a thought shower. In the limo sat Tommynosis. It had been years, we were both astonished. So we dropped the driver off and drove up and down the peninsula, doing drugs and chatting. We talked about the disappointing sales of his second album. The one he wrote without me. He spoke of his loneliness. I reminded him of happier times. I just couldn't keep my mouth shut. Oh, you know the rest. So you can imagine when the story broke, Tommy's people offered me a small fortune to keep all of this to myself. As if I'd accept their filthy lucre. As if selling the story of someone else's pain was my only means of support. As if I hadn't already launched my new fragrance, Atrocity.
Atrocity by Hedwig, a fragrance for a man, or a woman, or a freak.
I digress. One day in the late mid-'80s, I was in my early late 20s. I had just been dismissed from university after delivering a brilliant lecture on the aggressive influence of German philosophy on rock and roll entitled, "You Can't Always Get What You Want." I loved it too. But at 26, my academic career was over. I'd never kissed a boy, and I was still sleeping with my mom. The search for my other half on this side of the wall had proved futile. Might he be found on the other? But how to get across? People died trying. Those were the thoughts filling my tiny head the day I lay sunning myself on an old bomb crater I discovered near the wall. I am naked. Oh, much more twinkish than now. Face down on a broken piece of church, inhaling a fragrant westerly breeze. Oh, the new McDonald's had just opened on the other side. My God, I deserve a break today. All I ever get is the unhappy meal. Oh, the sun is hot. The air is thick as a Russian nun's bush. But I feel a sudden chill. I look over my shoulder. A head-shaped shadow is resting on the pillow of my ass.
Girl, I sure don't mean to annoy you. My name is Sergeant Luther Roberts.
I turn my body to face him.
My name is Thompson.
Luther is silent for a moment as he stares at my little bishop in a turtleneck.
Hans. Well, you must like him.
I like gummy bears.
Out of his bag comes a strange packet that says gummy bears on it. Gummy bears? I select a single clear bear. It is the biggest one I've ever seen. The taste is completely different than a gummy bear. It is somehow familiar. The taste is much sweeter than a gummy bear.
Wow.
And softer, too.
I feel so optimistic.
Its little gummy body stretches across the rack of my molars. What is that flavor? I take an ear fully into my mouth. His eyes heavy with an unfamiliar desire. Could it be a desire to please me? I suddenly recognize the flavor in my mouth. It is the taste of power. Not bad.
Damn, Hansel. I can't believe you're not a girl. You look so fine. Why don't you take the whole thing?
He searches my face for news of his fate. His expression is echoed by the large, clear bear peering back at me. Panting faces of every imaginable color, creed, and non-Aryan origin fogging up the bag like the windows of a Polish bathhouse. It's only a shower! Absolute power!